heads up on it as well. So just to review, we won't take as much time as we did on it last week. We'll start from the ground for now, and we'll incorporate throws in a moment. No, we're gonna engulf the wrist with the armpit. The hand will come underneath the elbow. The right leg, in this case, will step forward as I hug the head. More than hugging and headlocking it to me, I'm projecting my hand out this way to break his balance. Okay. So we capture the arm for now, just to make it formal, not in self-defense at the moment. Capture, step in, so to speak, with this one. Rotate. We're going to bring him down into the Kesagatame. To review the Kesagatame, deep hug here. If you like to grab your thigh, that's fine. It's not essential, but you can do that. What is essential is that you keep the uke's head off the ground. So we don't have the arm underneath the head, and uke has the ability to keep his head on the ground. If he has the ability to keep his head on the ground, he has the ability to effectively bridge his hips and create a lot of bucking action. So we want to minimize that by pulling up the head. I'm not trying to manhandle him or hurt him, just enough structural pressure to keep his head off the ground and sit back. This arm is contained, and I'm thinking about pulling and expanding my chest. The legs will vary, but essentially I have one leg going towards the top of his head and the other leg going this way. As he moves a little bit, that can adjust. If he moves the other way, I mean, here, if he tries to grab onto my leg with his leg, you know, I can drop it. So you need to be dynamic and mobile here, but we need to keep him flat to the ground and be careful about allowing his elbows to creep in, or to allow his head to come down, or to allow his head to move out the back door this way. And so for now, we'll take the uke down, partner with, I don't know, 10% resistance for right now, very, very little resistance. We'll try for a couple of seconds to move you around, try to bridge, try to get up. Just hold the position. After a few seconds, he realizes he's under control. He'll tap, we'll switch places. Then we'll start moving into the technique sequence.
On the initial takedown, is it less of a Osaekomi going around, or are you actually grabbing the opposite shoulder?
I'm not grabbing the shoulder.
Okay.
No. I'm actually purposely an illustration of demoing the technique. I'm trying to de-emphasize visually, to be honest with you. Any kind of pulling in, I'm trying to break him down. Okay? So even if ultimately in a real fighting scenario I was here, the idea is not indicated by the direction of my thumb, is not to pull him this way. Make sense? It would still be hold the head and then the elbow come here. I want to break his balance, not my balance. Okay? So from a throwing perspective, you know, you can be, I don't know, let's say here. Boom. And then move into position. For now, we'll just go from the ground. So here, connect, break the balance, bring it down, stabilize the position, head up, arm back, control. He'll try to resist for a moment or two, and move. What did I do there? Why did I switch? Right, if I feel at any point that he's making progress this way, switch the hips, and if I need to, I'll base this arm out. I'm not going to hold his head here as I'm getting rolled over in this direction. Questions? Most of us are familiar with Kesa Gatame, yes? So we'll start there, and we're going to build up from that position.